Hello, and welcome to this video on the Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum. Here we have another Big Apple Nibbles video where we take another bite out of the Big Apple. The Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum is located in the Andrew Carnegie Mansion in Manhattan along the Upper East Side's Museum Mile. It's one of 19 Smithsonian Institution museums and one of 3 Smithsonian facilities located in New York City, along with the National Museum of the American Indians George Gustav Heye Center and Bowling Green in the archives of the American Art New York Research Center in the Flatiron District. Unlike other Smithsonian museums, the Cooper Hewitt Design charges an admission fee of $22. Its collections and exhibitions explore design, aesthetic, and creativity throughout the United States history. Currently on display, when their rotating set of displays, is the Art of Noise, Made in America, and the Devon Turnbull Hi-Fi Pursuit Listening Room. First, we're going to head to one of their primary displays by Christopher PAYNE called Made in America. How does everything get around us made? People are deeply curious about the things that come into being, yet manufacturing, a key part of the design process, is often hidden from view. Christopher photographs reveal the unique combination of human skill and mechanical precision that transforms raw materials into useful objects and systems. He's spent more than 10 years photographing America's factories, joining a lineage of photographers that includes the Lewis Hine, Alfred T. Palmer, and Gordon Parks, who also documented the American worker. Some of the factories rely on handicraft and have remained proudly unchanged over the decades. In others, engineering and technicians work side by side with robots, pushing the limits of technology and collective intelligence, both human and artificial. PAYNE's photographs celebrate the grace and craftsmanship of the skilled makers and convey useful information about the complex machinery used in the making process. PAYNE describes factories as places where people of varying ages and backgrounds come together to work towards a common goal. His images are windows into our industrial past and our technological future. From the New England textile mills that were among the country's founding industries to the new plants for building microchips and quantum computers. Through his visually arresting photographs, PAYNE documents a world of making and makers that continues to change at staggering speed. In celebration of the nation's 250th anniversary, this exhibition brings together some of PAYNE's most iconic images to consider the American factory as a key site of design ingenuity and innovation. Here we see the General Pencil company unpacking crucibles after heating graphite cores in an oven, painted pencils drying on a belt, and furriers loaded into a conveyor belt and sent to a tipping machine. Here we see Joseph Adeleke testing a pinball machine playfield to ensure all the coils, switches, and lamps were working properly in 2002. This was taken at the Stern Pinball in Elk Grove Village in Illinois. Janet Portes here is seen sewing parts of the 990 running shoe upper together in 2024 in New Balance, Lawrence, Massachusetts. Welding robots manufacturing the body of a Hyundai Ioniq 5 in 2025, taken at the Hyundai Motor Group Meta Plant in Ellabelle, Georgia, with 500 welding robots that work in concert to manufacture on the assembly line of the iconic 5 electronic SUV. Tremont Gaines is polishing a Bridgestone 5980 R63 tire during its final inspection in 2025. This was taken at Bridgestone Tire in Aiken, South Carolina. Tires like this one, which stand over 13 feet tall, are used on giant mining trucks capable of hauling 400 tons of rock. This is an assembly of a Boeing 737 MAX fuselage in 2023. It was taken at the Spirit Aero Systems in Wichita, Kansas, and Daly Lee is locating fastener holes on the nose of a Boeing 767 in preparation of installation of aluminum panels that become the skin of the aircraft. Chris Johnson and Guy Sick are inspecting a high-speed Avelia Liberty power car before installing the wheels and frame under the train in 2025. This is at Alstom in Hornwell, New York, and Alstom's Avelia Liberty train sets are in service as Amtrak's next generation Acela train on the Northeast Corridor line between Boston, New York, and Washington, D.C. Josh Morrison is assembling the inner track on the D-shaped superconducting magnet for the fusion device Spark in 2024 at Commonwealth Fusion Systems in Devens, Massachusetts. Spark uses powerful electromagnets to generate energy. A controlled fusion reaction is achieved by confining plasma and heating it to extremely high temperatures. Here is a view looking up at the subfab of a semiconducting fabrication facility in 2022 at Global Foundries in Malta, New York. The process of creating silicon wafers takes place on the floor above this, the subfab, the service area located directly beneath the cleanroom in a semiconducting factory. It houses the intricate network of equipment and utilities that make that process possible. It's captured by looking up towards the ceiling. The image highlights the precision spatial design required to support such advanced manufacturing. Here is Stargate, a 3D metal printer, prints a Terran 1 rocket in 2022 at Relativity Space in Long Beach, California. Motor graders are being calibrated in the test stand area in 2022 at the John Deere Davenport Works in Davenport, Iowa. Motor grades have a long blade for shaping and spreading or leveling material essential for constructing roads across terrains. They're put through a range of motions and actions to simulate job sites. Ron Folsomby is inspecting a low-pressure steam turbine rotor in 2023 at the GE Gas Power in Schenectady, New York. Steam turbines like this one are used to generate electric power. French press is ready to final block Western hats in 2025 in the Bowman Hat Company in Adamstown, Pennsylvania. Gas-heated aluminum molds come together from above and below to give hats their distinctive shape. Mark Tum is assembling a Discovery PET and CT scanner in 2024 at GE Healthcare in Waukesha, Wisconsin. A PET or computed tomography scanner is a medical imaging device that shows organs and tissues at work. The Peeps marshmallow chicks are cooling on a conveyor belt before being packaged in 2023 at Just Born Quality Confections in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. John Gonzalez is molding a plywood for a Herman Miller Eames lounger chair in a hydraulic press in 2024 at Leggett & Platt Davison Plyforms in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Wool is being carded for paint rollers in 2012 at the S&D Spinning Mill in Millbury, Massachusetts. The carding machines used rollers with metal teeth to comb loose fibers in a continuous web. Next, we head to the Art of Noise on another floor of the Cooper Hewitt Design Museum. The Art of Noise shows how design shapes the way we experience music, how and where we listen to it, how it's communicated visually, and what we choose to hear. For many people, these design choices feel like a part of the music itself. They become a key part of how we remember and understand sound in a multisensory way through our ears, our eyes, and our sense of touch. Music is a part of our creative culture and our artistic expression. Although fundamentally we experience it as sound, our perception of it goes beyond just hearing, with design and art having played a central role in its performance and transmission. The Art of Noise presents hundreds of works that have shaped our relationship to music over the past century. It shows how our experiences are built by both the sounds we hear, the objects that help illustrate or activate them, whether through color and composition or through the form, materials, and mechanics. Graphic design can complement or convey a musical sound. It can provide a visual language across album covers, posters, and flyers. These visual outputs are correlated with the sound, and that genres of music are often associated with specific typographic styles, color palettes, and even production techniques, from hand-drawn to photocopied to digitally manipulated. Object-wise, the look and feel of music players includes radios, stereos, boomboxes, turntables, and portable devices has developed alongside advancements in technology and evolving cultural aesthetics. The Art of Noise maps these expressive styles and iconic product designs from the mechanical and analog playback devices of 100 years ago to the modern tools that deliver nearly infinite access to digital streaming. Here we see the 566 Bluebird radio from 1934, a special Model M phonograph, 1935. The Vassos was one of America's most highly regarded industrial designers of the 1930s and 40s, with work that spanned interior decorating, furniture, and product design. His hand crank phonograph was made for the R.C. Victor Company. Here's a stereo chest from 1973. It was designed and made by Wendell Castle, stacked laminated and carved walnut, leather, metal, rubber, and plastic electronic components. It has a dual 1229 turntable, a Kenwood Model KR 1551 receiver, and was commissioned in 1973. This is DJ equipment from the Time Flies performance in 2019, designed and manufactured by the Teenage Engineering Stockholm in Sweden. This DJ deck was custom built for the fashion designer and entrepreneur Virgil Abloh for his 2019 Time Flies DJ performance at the music festival in Coachella. The Heye table features a combination of requisite DJ equipment, 2 turntables, and a mixer with completely new components designed for editing and sampling digital audio tracks. The Vision 2000 cassette player and radio from 1971 was designed by Thilo Urk, German-born in 1940. The optimism of a post-moon landing world is embedded in Urk's design for the Vision 2000. The system's hemispheric acrylic hood evokes the lens of an astronaut's helmet, and its swooped chrome base seems to propel it upward, as if it's levitating. The stereo doubled down on the emergent technology of the cassette tape deck, replacing the record player that Urk had included in the prototype. This is a Beolit 707 radio from 1976. It was designed by Jacob Jensen and manufactured by Bang & Olufsen, made of metal plastic electronic components. This is from the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art at the bequest of George R. Kravis. So I hope this gives you a quick view of the Cooper Hewitt Museum. It's a really interesting museum to visit, and it has a lot of really fascinating rotating displays, and the ones that I got to visit for the art of noise and also Made in America were really fascinating. I think it's well worth a visit. It does have an entry fee, and you can experience a lot of the technological exhibitions that were there. And I particularly enjoyed the Chris Payne Made in America exhibits. It's relatively easy to get to, and I hope you enjoyed this video where we took another bite out of the Big Apple. You can check out some of my other videos from New York City and some of my other travel videos on my YouTube channel. Thank you, and have a great day.